If there's one thing about the Bahamas that I think is truly understated, is the fact that the Bahamas is gripped by the throat utterly and totally by white supremacy. So much so that white people are the only group of people that are allowed to actually fully integrate into Bahamian society without being ridiculed, bullied, harassed, or even just straight out discriminated against. Exhibit A. If you are in the Bahamas, you've seen a white person say the N word. You've
But
seen
don't
it.
listen to this thing. He tripping, but this
I've
nigga
seen it
tripping,
multiple.
but
And to be frank, I had to unlearn the fact that that was cool, that was acceptable. Like, as long as you're a Bahamian, as long as you have that label, you can kind of do whatever you want. But if you're obviously not Bahamian, if you're Haitian, if you're Chinese, if you're South Asian, Indian, anything else, honestly, then it's like you're gonna have a little bit of a harder time. And that's just because white supremacy reigns supreme in our little island nation. I want to focus specifically on Haitian people in the Bahamas and just in the Caribbean in general. What is y'all beef with Haitian people, bro? Like, what is y'all beef with them? Because you would think that they committed some worldwide atrocity that would make every group of people hate them, but it's like they literally just be chilling, bro. Literally the only black nation that freed themselves from slavery, and y'all treating them like that? What the hell? Y'all are being discriminatory, and I'm just trying to figure out why. Like, what did they do to y'all, and that is making y'all act like that? The reason why I started thinking about this more than I usually do is that there was a trend on TikTok where you would have to do something like list off things that you see as propaganda and that you're not gonna fall for it. I made a video. Actually, I'm gonna pop it up right here. Oh, so much space. I can have so much different things. Anyway, I made this video, and one of the top things is just the fact that a lot of Bahamians think that Haitian people are just lesser. And bro, that comment section, I wouldn't go in there with a gun and a gas mask. That was some of the worst comments I ever got in my entire TikTok career. I won't lie. The dehumanization, the discrimination, the prejudice, just the hatred, and then the gaslighting too, because there was so many Bahamians in the comment section trying to tell me that they wasn't being hateful. They don't hate Asian people. They just don't want to ever see them ever again. Sure thing, man. So with this video, I noticed three specific arguments that was kind of just repeating. Let me just get my little notes here. So these arguments are in terms of why Haitian immigration to the Bahamas is problematic. The economy can't handle any more immigrants. Haitian people are just generally disrespectful. And if a person defends Haitians, then they should just go live in Haiti, or they should just go to Haiti since they want to be so caring for Haitian people. Let's get started with this first one. So there's this paper that I discovered while I was researching for a different project. It's called "The Economic and Social Impact of Hurricane Dorian and COVID-19 on Tourism in Selected Islands in the Bahamas." And in this paper, one of the writers is actually was one of my teachers when I was in UB, actually. So just saying. The biggest threat to the Bahamian economy is not immigration, it's climate change and things that threaten tourism, like pandemics. Everybody here freaking out talking about we can't handle more people. We can't. Bro, I promise you that's not gonna be what does it. That's not gonna be what does it. What y'all trying to do is y'all trying to give yourself some kind of control over it. Like maybe if we as a people stop these immigrants and these illegal immigrants from coming in, we can save our economy. When in reality, y'all cannot do anything about that as people. The only reach you have is your voting power, and to trust that the politicians that you elect are actually gonna do the things that they say. That's beyond the scope of this video. I'm not even gonna touch that right now. But seriously, like, you really telling me that you think immigrants are gonna affect the economy more than climate change, which is very clearly like more impactful? Like, in my opinion, it seems that we're still feeling the ramifications of that economic downturn from 2020. 5 years later, it's 2025. I feel like we still feeling it. I don't know about y'all, but I am noticing that fast food is getting way more expensive. Back in the day, $10 could have get you a drink, a fry, and one damn krabby patty. Now you take $10 to Wendy's and ask for a combo, they want to slap you, babe. I can't even buy one Dave single, let alone no combo. Y'all gotta get your priorities in check, man. Cause y'all here focusing on these people over here when you should be focused on the niggas in the government that could actually affect the economy to the extent that could actually help everybody. Because y'all saying that the Bahamian economy can't handle more immigrants. Nigga, the economy can't handle us. The economy can't handle us. Do y'all know how fragile tourism is as an industry? And y'all trying to act like that's something that like what? Come on, guys. Let's be fair. Come on, man. So the next thing that people say all the time about Haitian people is that they're just generally disrespectful, and I feel like this is honestly one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my entire life. Like people would say that they don't respect Bahamian culture and stuff when they come here, and it's like, can y'all shut the fuck up? Like, if there's one thing that people always said about me was that I was very sensitive. Like in all my videos and stuff, there would always be that one comment someone saying I too sensitive. I looking at it too deep, too this, too that. Y'all complaining about people being rude.
I tell you, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. I tell you, New Year's Day, Thanksgiving Day, Easter, Boxing Day, every week of every day of the week, every.
Have y'all spoken to Bahamians? The things that I've heard Bahamians say, generally, it's deplorable, honestly. But that's just how Bahamians are. That's how Caribbean people are in general. And I think it's very selective to say that Haitian people are just especially rude, because I feel like they just act like how all Caribbean people are. Like that's just Caribbean people are just very expressive and dramatic. I mean, look at me. Like I'm being extremely expressive right now. That's just me. I feel like that's just the culture. And to say that, oh, they do it too much. Get on somewhere, bro. Like get on with that, bro. Like that's not even. I honestly, I feel like certain things ain't even really worth talking about. But I feel like it's still worth talking about because some people are so wrapped up in these different ideas about Haitian people that it's like it might seem simple to you, like oh that doesn't make sense, but to them they've been thinking it their whole lives. So of course they want to be like, well, maybe I should actually think that. Maybe you should think more. The next argument is you should go live there if you like them so much. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of a certain two-word phrase that white people would call other white people if they supported black people a little too much. Do I have to spell out what that phrase is? I'm not going to. If you need to figure out what that is, check in the comments. I'm sure somebody might say it. Y'all are ridiculous though. Like, do you guys realize that we're all black? Like we're all black. I feel like people have this idea, black people have this idea that you can love being black, you can love black people, but then you can just kind of turn it off. That makes you shallow and that makes you a liar. Because you can't say you all about black love, community, and all this, but then you treating your fellow black people as if they are animals, as if they are pests, as if they are a disease. Because some of those comments was literally acting like Haitian people are a disease in the Bahamas. And it's like, first of all, ain't y'all supposed to be a Christian nation, bro? Like, this level of hatred is frankly disgusting and scary to me. It's like, y'all really hate them that much? They are black. What happened to the whole being united thing, you know? But that's the thing. Black people are not united at all. We are not united. Because the fact is, you go to any island on the Caribbean, they about to say bad shit about Haitian people. They about to have this to say about this one, this to say about the next one. And that's just the way things are. I feel like a lot of people think that they are pro black, but in reality, they're not. They're pro their idea of being black, but they're not pro black. To be pro black is to accept all forms of blackness, whether it's Bahamians, whether it's Haitians, whether it's Jamaicans, whether it's Africans, whether it's African Americans. That's being pro black. If you gotta say that I'm pro black, but that but means that you're not. It means that you're not. And as I've grown as a thinker, as a sociologist, as a sociological thinker, I like to move away from black and white thinking. But I do think that if you have any sort of but opinions when it comes to someone's blackness, like, oh, Haitian people are cool, but you lost me. You lost me. Because that means you don't really understand what being pro black really is supposed to mean. Like, you can't just be selective with it. Because then it's not pro black. Like, come on now. Okay, well, I'm out of like direct arguments to talk about, so I guess I'll just spitball from now on. Something that people told me, just generally, whenever I talk about the Bahamas like this, is they tell me that I should just leave, or they ask me if I hate the Bahamas, and that honestly makes me upset because it's like I love the Bahamas. Like, being here gives me a feeling of such comfort and just security. Even though bad shit is be happening, it's like I just like being home. But that doesn't matter because the way people view me as a person, as a thinker, is just I'm just a negative Nancy. I remember somebody actually said that. Someone was saying that, oh, aren't you a ray of sunshine? And that stuck with me because it's like, what am I saying that's so bad? Like, am I saying that you need to quit your job and jump in the ocean and just drown yourself? I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that, hey, I noticed this thing about the Bahamas. I noticed this thing about the Bahamas. That means that I hate it. I wonder how y'all act in your personal relationships. Because if that's how you react to me talking about a country, I wonder how you react when people talk about you. Are you the type of person to say, oh, so you just hate me then? If someone critiques you? Because I feel like a lot of y'all might be like that. Extremely defensive without the ability to just look at something and say, okay, maybe something is going on. Because shit ain't all sweet. Let's be real, guys. Stuff ain't all sweet. Stuff ain't all good. And I sleep peacefully at night knowing that this country has some demons. I feel proud of being Bahamian without feeling like I can't talk about my country where I live. Like, are y'all scared to do that, bro? Because I'm not. I'm not scared to talk about stuff because I mean, if I'm not gonna do it, who else will? I've met a lot of like-minded Bahamians who think just like me, but they keep their mouth shut because they're scared of what other people are going to say because of how y'all is react. I don't blame them, bro, because the stuff that people have said to me is disgusting, bro. The things that I have had to read and try to articulate, like what the hell someone might be trying to say with this stupid ass argument, it's like, bro, I don't blame people for being quiet. I still think people should talk, add more voices to the conversation just so it's not all on one person or just so you can kind of spread out the file a bit. But y'all make it hard. This anti-intellectualism that is plaguing our country makes it harder for people who care about the Bahamas to talk about it. Because it's so easy to just say, man, you know what? Nobody on my run, no one wants to talk about xenophobia, no one wants to talk about racism, no one wants to talk about homophobia. I'm just gonna go somewhere else. I love the Bahamas, but I can't live there. And how many people do y'all know that want to leave? They don't want to stay. They don't want to give it a chance. They don't want to waste their time being there. And that's on top of just the lack of opportunity for young people here too. It's not easy being in the Bahamas, bro. And I wish people would stop saying that it is. It's not easy. I remember I saw a post and it was saying like, imagine winning the lottery and then living in Nassau as somebody who could afford to like do all of these things. Every time I walk through Atlantis, I just think about that. I just be like, I wonder what it's like to actually afford all of these things, bro. or even just going downtown, bro. I don't think it's bad to say the shit ain't sweet. I don't know about y'all, but the people around me, I love them. But if they doing something that I think needs to be talked about, I can tell them about it because I love them. I love my friends. I love my family. I love my country. I love my people. And it's because I love them. That's why I'm gonna talk about it. And that's why I'll talk about anything, even stuff outside of the Bahamas. And if it makes me look like a negative Nancy, then well, call me Nancy. Call me Nancy. Mm-mm-mm. I'm so negative. Mm-mm-mm. We stop doing that, dude. Okay, so that's the end of this video. Honestly, by being real, I can definitely do this. This is very doable for me. I also like the fact that I can just choose a background and I can make it dynamic. And the fact that I can make it kind of relate to the video a little bit. Because if you know Bioshock Infinite, you know how the story is, you know the stuff that is be doing in the actual city and shit. You you know how it's related to this conversation. I don't gotta say nothing else. But for real, thanks for watching until the end. I greatly appreciate it. I always appreciate people who watch until the end. This is fun for me. I like talking, I like yapping. And honestly, by being real, TikTok is not good for my brain, bro. Because I just have so much to say. But the fact that I just have to condense it into like a minute, it's like, bro, no. Thanks for watching. Once again, I'll see you in the next one. Yeah.